Hello, my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to our floral series. In these videos, I am showing you how to make beautiful botanicals, florals, leaf-like patterns, all from artists all around the world that have created these. So typically, the Zentangle method of drawing is a repeatable pattern that is non-representational. These, however, do look like flowers, although they are not specific flowers. They are more just a floral pattern that resembles something that you would see in nature without actually, like, I'm not teaching you how to draw a peony or a rose. They're just patterns that resemble those things. So just kind of wanted to clarify that. And I'm using my little mini sketchbook to do my florals in before I put them on my tiles. I've got a Micron PN plastic nib pen, a graphite pencil, a blending tool, and my kneaded eraser. Okay, these are the tiles that I am using. These are paper tiles from Zentangle.com. They are a beautiful thickness, a beautiful white. I love them so much. And for this project, I am taping them together to create this beautiful garden. You do not need to do this. You can just draw these on whatever you have, but I thought it would be fun to do a larger project. And I'm going to tape one on today because I want my tangles to kind of cross over each other and sort of blend the tiles together. Okay, so I just take a new tile and I set it right up against this one. And I take a piece of tape and I stick those together. Okay, so today we are doing number 6, and I'm not sure if you pronounce it Nora or Noara, but it's by Christina Fernandez Martin, a CZT. All right, so I'm going to set that aside for a moment and get out my little practice sketchbook. So I have a page for embellishments, which are just little add-ons that we're putting in our book. And then we have started our list. Oh, I wanted to draw a little star next to each pattern, just to highlight it as a pattern. Okay, so we are on day 6. And I'm going to write that one in here. Again, I'm not sure if it's Nora or Noara. Christina Fernandez Martin, CZT. Okay, so this one is actually like so gorgeous, but also very, very simple. And it's not even necessarily a floral as it is more of like maybe something you would see growing up in a flower garden. So not a weed, not a floral, but I just loved it so much I wanted to include it. Okay, so yesterday we did an embellishment called fescue, and that was this little thing here. And basically we're going to be doing that as a pattern. So I'm going to put in a nice big curve, and at the top I'm going to just round it. I don't think that was focused, I apologize. We round it and then tuck it in, and it makes this cute little like upside down raindrop. And that is fescue, and it's a part of this pattern. Okay, so we're going to ink that in. And then we're going to come down on this inside curve here, and I'm going to bump out and tuck back in. And then I'm going to bump out again and tuck back in. So it has 3 little pieces, and this last one I am going to fill in. That's it. That's Nora. Isn't it so pretty and elegant? And then she just adds some little embellishments of some curls. So that's what we are going to be doing. All right, I'm going to put my little book aside and grab my garden. So I am purposely choosing patterns that are different from each other, have different strokes, different lines, some curves, just all different things. So we've got some really fun things, some really busy ones right here. And I thought, let's just do a really simple, elegant one on the same page as henna drum. So that's why I chose that. Okay. And then we're going to extend out our border. So to do that, if I can find I don't know where it went. I have a bookmark. I guess I'll do it later. But I have a bookmark that I put some little marks on and then I trace it. So it's okay. We'll just leave it for now. I'm not going to panic. All right, so let's do some of these Noras. I'm just going to call them Nora instead of Noara. I don't know. I just think it sounds good. All right, so I'm going to use my pencil to kind of map it out. And I want to fill in space, and I want some to be short and some to be tall, and I want some to cross over into the other tile. So let's put one right there. And then let's do one coming off of it. Up that way. Then I'm going to start another stem, but if you want to go off of this one, you can. I'm going to do another one. Let's see. I think I'm going to go, I'll go this way again. And this way. And then maybe one up here. I can always change it, but that looks pretty good to me. Okay, I'm going to do my curve first, a nice clean curve. And then at the top, we loop around and tuck in. And I'm going to go ahead and do that on this top one up here. Curve up and then do that little loop and tuck in. And I like that it matches the little fescue we've got going on over here. Okay, we're going to ink those first ones in. And then underneath it, where it's a little curvier, I'm going to bump out and then tuck back in. Bump out and tuck back in. And I'm going to ink in that last little space. It's so pretty. Bump out and in, and fill in that space. I'm not going to add the little curls yet because I want to get the rest of these in and then we can kind of fill in some space. All right, so I'm going to do one over here and loop down. This way I want to purposely cross over. It's up to you how far you want to cross over. I'll do one this way. And I'm not following my lines exactly because after I make it, I tend to just sort of, pick kind of a newer spot that's similar, but that maybe I like a little bit better. All right, I'm going to ink these in. This would be beautiful with a color pen also. Mine is looking a little square. I need to shape that a little bit better. Okay, I always go on the bottom where it's got that curve and I bump out and in, out and in. Color in that bottom section. I really love these. I'm going to go back to my sketchbook for a moment. And I just want to show you some ways to play with this is maybe you do another one right on that same little plant. Wouldn't that be so cute? And you could still color them in the same. And maybe in the top you put a little orb, or you put in some little fescue. Or maybe when you do this, you put in a little pattern inside. Look how cute that is. So you can play around. You can do whatever you want with these. Again, these artists make these, but they really do encourage you to make it your own. Maybe you color the center one in. And maybe you do it on both sides. I think that's more of like a flux echo. But anyway, isn't that cute? Okay, I'm going to use my eraser real quick. And I'm just going to, look at that, I already got a dark spot. Oh no, my ink isn't dry. Look what I did, you guys. All right, I'm not going to erase right now because I just made a blotch. So I have an idea, something I wanted to add at some point anyway. Since I just made this little kind of a messy part up here, how about we add a little embellishment that is a ladybug. So I just want to cover up this area. So I'm going to put that in and put in a few little polka dots. This little face, some antenna, and I'll just put some little feet coming down. Look at that. You can hardly tell that there was a blemish there. Let's add another one somewhere. I think I'm going to add one on top up here. I forgot to leave room for his feet. That's okay. I wanted to add this embellishment at some point. I just wasn't planning on doing it today, but what a great spot for him. Okay, so now we've got that going on. I will erase my pencil lines later. Okay, I'm going to add a few of those little curly Q spirals, nice and delicate. So I'm just going to follow up the stem and then just find a spot, or I guess a few spots, where I would like to add these. Well, that one I did really tiny and I kind of wish I had made it larger, so I'm just going to add one right next to it. I like the delicateness of these little spirals when we've got the really dramatic parts of the black and white. So I've got more room over here, so I think I'm going to add in another one. They're so easy to add anywhere we want. Spiral off that one. Could also do one over here if I wanted to, but I think I'm good. Okay, so now I just want to embellish this border a little bit. And since I have these cute little spirals, let's put a few little spirals coming down. And you could even make it like a double spiral. We could do some fescue. And maybe I'll even do one going up. Down at the bottom, I want to put in some more grass. And there we go. Don't those look great together? I love it. I love it so much. Right, I'm going to zoom out. So as far as shading this one, it doesn't really need much, but if you want to, you can add a tiny bit down in that white little crevice. And then just push it up slightly. Just gives it that little bit of a shadow. So cute. All right, now I'm going to take my eraser and very carefully I'm going to blot some of those lines off. I did it. All right, and I didn't ruin my picture, you guys. All right, what do you think so far? I love it. I love that we've got some dark here, a little bit of dark in there, some in the henna drum, some over here with Noara or Nora. You decide. But I think it's looking amazing. I like the little ladybugs. We'll have to add those throughout. So on my embellishment page in my sketchbook, I want to add the ladybug. All right, there we go. We've got our cute little embellishment. All right. I hope you enjoyed that one as much as I did, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.